As we kick off Black History Month celebrations, we're highlighting the contributions of African Americans across the country, including right here in the Twin Tiers.
I met with one member of the community who is preserving the history of what was once green pastures and a local musician who's keeping the legacy of blues alive. Take a look. The blues and jazz has been a staple in African American culture, influencing genres like R&B and rock and roll. At the same time, its roots gave a voice to a group that had been silenced. But here in the city of Elmira, one Black-owned jazz club, Green Pastures, opened its doors to many performers.
It was significant because it was the only Black-owned nightclub in the Twin Tiers for quite a number of years, and certainly at the time of its founding. They were very welcoming of Black patrons at a time when no one else was.
Rachel Dorkin, an archivist at the Chemung County Historical Society, explained Green Pastures opened in 1932 during the Prohibition by Beatrice and Richard Johnson and Beatrice's brother Ed Hodges.
So from before about 1960, there was something called the Chitlin Circuit, which was a for Black performers, places that they would perform across the country, and especially in New York City, because a lot of places would not host Black performers or would not host bands where there was a mix of Black and white performers. Elmira, and specifically Green Pastures, was sort of a proving ground for people who were on the Chitlin Circuit and wanted to take it to the larger cities like New York or Philadelphia.
What was once known as a pivotal stop for upcoming musicians and its soul food soon became the spot where both young Black and white generations were exposed to a new rhythm.
There was a gentleman who used to work here prior to his passing. He was the county historian, and he would tell all of these great stories of when he was in high school going to Green Pastures and learning all of these new dances that were popular because you know, it was the happening place to learn new dances and to have mixed race relations.
By the 1970s, the club had faced pressure from urban renewal and relocated to Madison Avenue. After Mrs. Johnson died, Howard Coleman, who worked at the club in different roles since a young age, took over the venue and ran it until it closed in 2011. Jeffrey Aaron, better known as Gerarard Burke, is a local musician carrying on the music legacy Green Pastures brought to Elmira. He remembers his childhood being influenced by Billie Holiday during the rise of jazz and what his father called soul music from James Brown.
My father bought me the first guitar, and I bought the second one, and I just picked it up and taught myself how to play.
Years later, he bought an acoustic guitar, which led him to begin performing acoustic Delta blues, a genre he says he feels more connected to.
First started, if I'm reading things correctly, as work songs that were sung by the slaves in the field. And from there it moved on to, you know, like entertainment after work. And then I moved on to ways that folks could make a little money on the weekends at the juke joints.
He worries that this art form is not reaching younger generations of performers and wants to see it continue to live on.
If I don't have any help, it's going to be lost. Basically, to put it simply, yeah.
Still, he is proud to continue playing the songs his ancestors once played.